Hello my lovelies, John Lime here. I'm a musician, DJ and producer, and I recently built a distortion pedal based on the Proco R.A.T, and I did a video demonstrating that, playing the guitar, and I also added in my Behringer TD-3, which you can see on this screen here, and that got some comments. So I thought what I might do is plug in every overdrive and distortion pedal that I own, which is 5, which I don't think is, too many, and do a nice little techno acid line on the TD3 through different distortion pedals and see how they sound. I'm going to play that. I'm going to go through each pedal one by one, and probably at the end, just for completeness, I will put them all on at the same time to see how dreadful that sounds. I'm also got in the signal chain for the TD3 an MXR carbon copy analog delay set to a dotted eighth, and a Hall of Fame reverb pedal which is on the Hall setting, just to give us a bit of ambiance in there. And I just thought I'd tell you a little bit about each of the pedals that I've got. We've got the MXR Custom Badass 78 Distortion. The case from mine has come under some destruction. I'm not quite sure because I've not used it that much. This apparently is based on the Boss DS1 with a few extra little bits. It's got a crunch switch up the top here, which apparently boosts the dynamic range of the distortion. These are available new for between sort of 90 and 110 pounds. Secondhand, you can pick them up from around 50 to 70 pounds on eBay. And yeah, I really like the distortion in this. It was on my pedal board for quite a while, but I tend to play fairly chilled blues most of the time, so when I'm playing the guitar, so I haven't been using it for a while. A pedal that I've had for years, the Marshall Jackhammer Jh1. So the distortion setting's got both overdrive and distortion on it. Distortion setting's a bit rubbish, to be honest, in my opinion. But I like the overdrive, and actually, because it's got quite a lot of knobs, you've got concentric knobs on 3 of them. So you've got like 6 controls on there, basically. I think with this, it sounds really quite good on the overdrive setting. It's got a sweep EQ, which, adds a lot of versatility. So they're only available secondhand. I don't think they make them anymore. I've seen them from between 30 and 65 pounds. So cheap option there if you want to create some dirty techno. Next up, most expensive pedal on this board, well, not including the carbon copy, the Wampler Tumnus, based on the Clone Centaur, of course. And what's interesting about this, when I use this on guitar, I have it pretty much always on, with the gain almost off, and it just pushes the front end of my valve amp. With this, again, it's a sort of low gain, higher gain settings. It didn't sound good on the TD3, but on low gain, it really adds just something. I can't tell you what it is, but it just sounds nice. It's a soft clipping circuit, and it definitely adds something. Just creates a bit of character, but it hasn't got that dirty, filthy nonsense that you get from the distortion pedals. Next up, the MXR modified Custom Badass modified overdrive. Again, I really like this pedal. I use this quite a lot as my main sort of slightly higher gain overdrive, which is low gain to some people, but this one's based on the Boss SD1, again with some extra bits. mainly the bump switch, which I've got engaged, which turns it more into a Tube Screamer-esque. It's a boost in the low mids and mids, but it does have what I found quite good for this, for the TD3, 100 hertz knob, so you can cut 100 hertz range, which gets rid of some of the mud. So I've got that about 10 o'clock. And then finally, the pedal that I built recently from JedsPeds. I've called it the rodent thrombosis because it's based on a Proco rat. Rodent thrombosis was name of a song that I wrote with a band of mine from the 90s called the Weird Beards. Yes. And I actually don't think this sounds great with the TD3. The low end is just so much that it tends to just sound really sort of blowy outy. I mean, if that's what you're after, then it's fantastic. So yeah, so I'm going to play a bit. I've also got some drums and a bass sound playing in the background as well. But the 303 is the main instrument for the acid line. So I hope you enjoy that. And please leave a comment, like and subscribe and all that nonsense. And I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.